यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ॐ प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, wealth, health and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Srimad Bhagavad Gita, verse number 7 of 7th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Mattah Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya Mayi Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Manigana Iva. So Bhagavan Krishna is giving final touch. I mean, it's the next level of understanding. Now it is told, when you have a proper realization of the God, you develop as the level from 1 to second to third. That first level of understanding God as the creator, at that time you are given a particular form of a God. That God is named. There are particular specific puja methods, different specific mantras. Now you consider this Lord Venkateshwara is the author of the world, creator of the world, then you are connected with that God who is omniscient, omnipotent. Now you have a chance to ask something to him. Now you could see he is the creator of the world, he alone creator of the world. It is known as Eka Rupa Bhakti. So God has got only one form. That form is Lord Venkateshwara. So when you talk to Venkateshwara, you can transact to Venkateshwara. So many people I have seen, they even take Venkateshwara as the business partner. And Venkateshwara, he never leave you alone. He does whatever you expect. Not only that, he gives more than the expectations. He is valued like he is the created by you. So when you value means it's a kind of understanding. Understanding brings the attitude. Any attitude you have, it has to be, or it is based on our knowledge. Now, if it happens to see a new person, so who is completely unknown to you, somebody introduces, what would be the reaction from you? So you will keep yourself as udasinaha. Udasinaha means as a person who doesn't have raga dvesha. It means you won't have any omissions and commissions with that person, because this is the first meeting. You won't have any idea because of lack of knowledge about that person. And you come to know later on about his character. He is good at his character, and he sacrificed his whole life like so many sadhus, rishis, even Mahatma Gandhi and so many people, they have sacrificed their life for the humanity. And all these spiritual leaders like Ramanuja, Shankara and Madhva and so many rishis, even in the recent time, Swami Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, so many people, like so many sadhus, and all these acharyas, they have sacrificed their life for the Shastra. They have completely dedicated their life to Shastra. And there are souls now, even it is not known to us. There are souls always who dedicate life for the humanity. Every rishi who is sitting in the cave and thinking, having prayer or having sankalpa for the universe, they are considered as the rishis and the high standard souls on the earth. So, like when you come to know about himself, he has constructed so many temples and he has created so many Pathashala, Veda Pathashala, and he has established so many educational institutions, and he has got orphanages, and he also helps to the people. He has got medical centers, and all of them are free or less charges which is charged to them. Now you come to know about that person. That knowledge changes your attitude towards that person, isn't it? So when you meet next time, your attitude changes, you respect more, your action completely changes its dimension. In the same way, when you come to know about God, your attitude changes. When you accept God as the creator, your attitude changes towards Him. At the same time, your attitude changes towards the world, even. The world is created by God. It means I am created by God. Every material of the world is nothing because of the God. If it they are nothing but because of the God, it means what? He has got the possession on the world Srishti. That is considered as Ekarupa Bhakti. Ekarupa Bhakti means what? Fixing one God as the creator of the universe or creation. Then the next level, because if you fix there is only one God, what about other gods? You cannot accept them. A mind which has set the maturity, which has got a complete growth, it will be ready for next level, as we say Aneka Rupa Bhakti. The same Venkateshwara remains in all other forms. For you, everything is Venkateshwara. Even Lord Shiva is Venkateshwara, and even Parashakti is Venkateshwara. So the gods, they are different in names. Not only that, the second level of understanding, world is nothing but Venkateshwara. That's what I told. The first level is the God is Nimitta Upadana Karana Ishvaraha. Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karana Ishvaraha. God is the cause, and material and intelligent cause, both is God alone. That is first level understanding. Then the second level understanding, when you understand God is evolved world and He inherent in the world, He has become the world, He has become one with the world. It means what? Now you see Venkateshwara only in the form as a Chakrapanihi or a Shankapanihi. Now the world is nothing but Venkateshwara. Now you expand. When you could convert or you could have the vision that Venkateshwara alone the world. Previously Venkateshwara created the world. Now Venkateshwara is nothing but the world. So whatever you see, it's nothing but Venkateshwara. You will have that thankfulness to that Lord Venkateshwara. Lord Venkateshwara is the universe. Now universe is nothing but the body of Venkateshwara. Vishwarupa Ishvara Darshanam. That is the second level. The knowledge is given now. Now you have the knowledge about the world. The world is nothing but Ishvara. It means what? You will set a proper attitude towards the world. When you are informed, given a particular knowledge, that knowledge brings a change in your attitude. Now in the world, whatever the phenomenon are taking place, you consider they are nothing but God. But one thing here, now these words, it talks about Aneka Rupa Bhakti. From Ekarupa Bhakti, now you have developed, you have grown up to the level you could accept all the God is one and the same. This is second level. All acharyas, they have this kind of maturity. Though they stick with one worship, you have to note the point. After understanding, even they are sticking with their own God, means that puja method, because every God has got their own methodology for the puja. We call it a Saparya Paddhati. Venkateshwara has got his own mantras, his own tantras, his own yantra. It's an individual puja system. In the same way, this Lord Shiva has got his own method. Adiparashakti, she has got her own method. These methods need not to be changed outside, but the understanding, inner understanding is developed a kind of acceptance. Every God is the same. All God is the same. Nothing wrong seeing Venkateshwara in all God. If you go to Kailash, you can see Lord Venkateshwara sitting there. Now anything is Venkateshwara. Nothing wrong in that. Okay? So if you are worshipping Venkateshwara, you have to continue as Venkateshwara worship. Your physical and psychological system completely, they have to be dedicated in that particular worship. You need not to change it. Okay? But in the mind, Aneka Rupa Ishvara Bhakti. You include all other form of the God. Not only that, all the names and forms which are manifested, the manifestation is self Venkateshwara. It's a beautiful growth. Now you could see everything is Venkateshwara. Venkateshwara will do only good things to you. Now you have different attitudes towards the world. This is the second level. But one thing, the understanding takes place immediately, but attitude comes very slowly. This is like eating, having food. So nowadays people are in a hurry. So within 2 minutes they swallow 15 idlis, 15 chapati, rotis. But assimilation takes time. That's what here Krishna says. My dear, I have introduced 2 kinds of my principles. There is one more principle. Okay, that one more principle belongs to you. So I am saying in my language, okay? So that one more principle belongs to you. What is that? That principle is your self-created possession caused by ignorance called ego. You think this body is yours, but the truth is the body is my manifestation. Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. This Apara Prakriti gives varieties of body every birth according to your karma phala. Your Para Prakriti is none other than myself. This is the knowledge given by Ishvara, but what we think from the childhood, this is my body, I should take care of it. And this is my house that I should take care of them. My family that I have to take care of them. So we have developed that mindness. I, me, myself. That's a small territory which have been created by us. This small territory must be broken. That's what Krishna's job is. That is what attitudinal change. So when you realize everything is nothing but God, so Aneka Rupa Ishvara Bhakti, so whatever the form you see, it's nothing but the Ishvara, Venkateshwara. Now you cannot possess anything. You need not to possess anything. You have to accept. It will take time. It will take long time. So assimilation, the attitudinal change, it takes long time. Sometimes you may also won't give a value for this knowledge. It is not possible. Okay. My Lord is only in Tirumala. Even the Venkateshwara will become angry to you because his wish to flourish you, to nourish you. In and out, he gives the growth. You know, Lord Venkateshwara is the deity because in my personal experience, I have felt it. He is a powerful deity. He is a powerful person. He is a Purushaha. Sagastra Shirusha Purushaha. So that clear-cut understanding about even philosophy. Every deity, I'm not demoting all other deity. Every deity, when you become a seeker, a Vedantic student, for you all upasanas are very much valid. Every upasana we cannot compare even with others. Every upasana has got its own completeness, individuality. That completeness cannot be compared with any other system of puja. So like this is a second level understanding, the prayojana, when you see world as the world, you get a problem from the world. You are affected by. But when you see the world is nothing but manifestation of God in the first level understanding, you are saved. The world cannot bother you. Okay? But if you make yourself to the next step, the world is nothing but God. What of the form? Aneka Rupani. The world means what? Endowed with lots of forms, different characteristics. So all of them are nothing but Venkateshwara, Ishvara, my Ishta Devata. Now you have grown up to the Aneka Rupa Bhakti. The second level understanding of the Ishvara means what? The same word will bless you. My God, this is a marvelous the system of understanding. So one should grow up to that level. That is what he brings. First of all, one should have the understanding this apara prakriti form different forms. They are connected with para prakriti. Every object is connected with one para prakriti because para prakriti remain unchanged. It never goes under any modifications. Then this apara prakriti keeps on changing. These all different objects are apara prakriti products. All products are connected with para prakriti. That's what he say. Mayi sarvam idam protam sutre mani gana iva. So like in the thread, these all beads are connected and the thread may not be visible, but the connection can be felt. The next words, he brings this attitudinal change. That attitudinal change he brings with every object because when you see water, so you think it is water. When you see the ocean, wave and ocean as a different because different waves. So one wave is different than another wave. But when you see all waves are nothing but water. And oceans, rivers, pond, lake, everything, they are different in their nature, their size, and their all different dimensions, but all of them water. They are connected with one common thing is water. In the same way, he brings this portion in order to digest the knowledge which have been given the last verses. I tell you, this is very important portion of Bhagavad Gita because the implementation of the knowledge of Ishvara is very important. You should know how to implement it because everything is nothing but God. Okay, chalo. The matter doesn't complete. You have to have proper attitudinal change that has to be given as the process of understanding first. That understanding can bring the change in our actions. That's what the idea is. The next word, read it. रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दः खे पौरुषं नृषु. This is your, that's what God said, your principle, ego. So ego must be developed or it has to be expanded. The limitation of ego must be broken. That is the target now. The task is very big because this ego is being developed for many janmas. So within short period of time, it's very difficult to break it. Break it means to understand, to nourish our ego in a positive way. Okay, the ego means many people they understood in wrong way. Ego is not the garva. Ego is ahankara. The ahankara means the doership and enjoyership. Kartrutva, bhoktrutva, sahita, aham. The I which proclaims I am the author of action, I am the author of enjoyment. Because this ego alone says world gives me the problems. Because this ego, it has got a different attitude towards the world. Because of that attitude alone we suffer. Now this ego must be given a kind of positive change. It means what? We have to realize properly what the ego is. That is the process. He say, aham apsu rasaha. I am the taste in the water. If you remove the taste from the water, water won't remain. Karana bhuta vastu ahamasmi. I am the cause. That which makes water as the water. I am that power or entity. Now taste is the proper nature of the water. I am very much that taste. Taste is the cause. The water remains, for the water remains as the water. And whatever the water you see, the taste, because water's nature is the taste. If you are given a dry biscuits, okay, dry biscuits, so when you chew the biscuits, your saliva must be supplied to taste it. Okay, the water helps to taste because water alone contains the taste. So I am the taste means what? So the main characteristic of the water is the taste. That is me. Now whenever you see the water, you drink a water, you taste the water, you should remember it's nothing but my Ishtadevata Venkateshwara. And the next, Shashi Surya Yoho Prabhasmi. I am the radiance of sun and moon. Finish. The cause of all these planets, the cause of all these plants and food and human being are nourished by either the rays of sun or the rays of moon alone. The radiance of sun is nothing but me. The radiance of moon is nothing but means. So all vitamins, minerals are caused by the Ishvara alone. Finished. All plants are nothing but Ishvara. Any fruit, that fruit is nourished by Ishvara. All edible things are nourished by Ishvara. So I can live my life because sunlight is the main source for the life. It's nothing but Ishvara. Finished. The second statement. The third statement, Sarva Vedeshu Pranavaha Ahamasmi. And Shabdaha Ke Paurusham Nrushu. Ke Shabdaha Nrushu Paurusham. There are three more statements. He says, Sarva Vedeshu Aham Pranavaha. Pranavaha means Omkaraha, the sound of Om. That is known as Mula Mantram. Any mantra, it derives from the Om alone. Om is the potential, capable thing. This Om symbolizes Brahman itself. That Om iti Brahma, So this Om iti Brahma means, Om means it's a kind of, we call it Alambanam. Alambanam means you cannot locate the Ishvara because he is beyond name and form. Just if you say Om, it connects with that totality, Ishvara. Therefore, Om iti Brahma, Om iti Dagam Sarvam. So this Om is the main center point of all Vedas. All mantras, they have arrived, they are originated from the Om. I am the Om of Veda. Means what? I am the center force of Vedas. The Om alone has expanded as the Vedas. Vedas means what? All four Vedas, Agamas, and all Vedankas. Nothing but Om. That Om is nothing but me. And this space has got a quality, the sound, Nada Brahman. In fact, there is a separate philosophy. Everything comes from the sound. Sound is the source of creation. Sound is the source of creation means that's true. Vedas also in the form of sound. When you say somebody, you are an intelligent, you are a good at quality, and you are a strengthful person, you are a balavan, keep saying that. You go and stand in front of any plant, so any small sapling, and keep on prizing it, it will be nourished. If you scold it every day, it will lose its energy. The word is the powerful entity by which creation happens. He says, I am the sound in the sky. So the sky means in the space. Space is the first product which came, that we saw in the last session itself. Nirushu aham paurusham. I am the source of the creatures. I am the seed of the creatures. He continues. So these words, whatever the statements now, aham apsu rasaha, I am the taste in the water, I am the radiance in the sun and moon, I am the Omkara in the Vedas, I am the sound in the space, I am the source, the potential energy in all the creatures. These 5 statements, we will see the in-depth meaning of these sentences in the next session, and we will assimilate well. We will continue. May the Almighty provide all kinds of capacity to assimilate the knowledge given by Lord Krishna. We will see you in the next episode tomorrow. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.